The next match was for the TBS title with Mercedes Mone against Zeuxis. Zeuxis. Ladies and gentlemen, Zeuxis is a short, portly, masked, unknown female wrestler from CMLL in Mexico.
Mexico City.
Mexico City. Right there in the middle.
Arena Mexico. Arena Mexico.
That's where they are. All of them. And apparently from Mercedes' entrance, I can only assume that she was the best pole dancer at the Gold Club at some point in time. What is this? Between the dancing and the fake, gaudy, audacious jewelry, and she was originally intended to be a baby face, but now she's obviously acting like a heel, but they still have kids with signs for her in the audience.
She wrestles like a baby face.
But she wrestles like a baby face against this masked international terror Zeuxis. But you can't really, at the same time, you can't really tell whether Zeuxis is evil or not either. They're just doing moves to each other. It was kind of like watching cheerleading practice, where it wasn't even an actual game, but they could say, no, boost me again, just right out in the open. And that's the kind of, when Mercedes hit her finish this time, it kind of actually looked like an intentional move this time, just not a finish. And that's what it was. What the fuck is going? Who? National television, and he spent a lot of money for this girl.
Every year for Forbidden Door, they load the show with people that are from other promotions in other countries that fans here are not accustomed to. We'll see how this segment does. Zeuxis.
Can you get accustomed to crap like that in any culture? I guess there are some people around the world that eat live bugs. I know, but.
And the crowd was silent. That's the other thing. They react to her when she comes out a little bit. They're not chanting CEO, because when the chant was going on, I looked and they had a wide shot and you could see people clearly enough on a nice TV if their mouths are moving or not. No one. There wasn't one person chanting CEO.
I read a couple of lips that said, I want a refund.
Well, you have a really good TV.
Well, it's one of those 8K motherfuckers.
The crowd was dead. They had a long match. Eventually, by the end, the crowd was a little bit into it, but it went a long time. The announcers were trying to say the name Zeuxis as much as they could. It's a funny name. And, the AEW Women's Division. And for whatever we want to say about Mercedes Moné with the act, she'd be the biggest star in Glow.
Isn't that kind of like being the nicest guy in prison?
In an all-female prison with David McClain, yes.
Well, David McClain would fit right in an all-female prison. Now, that line was there, but I don't want him to be offended.